Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. I'm Joe, and every Wednesday I do whisky video reviews. But it's not a Wednesday, it's a Saturday, the 1st of November, hence me being clean shaven for the first time in 4 years. So yeah, in the last month I've shaved my head, and now I've got a clean shaven face with no beard. I'm doing Movember with my work, hence this. It's very sad, and I really miss my beard. Anyway, video on Saturday. The reason I'm doing this, for a little bonus for you guys, and I think I might do is kind of throughout the year, just chuck in a random review every so often, maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday, just to kind of, spice things up a bit. And today it's rather a special review. I'm not only reviewing a whiskey, I'm also reviewing a glass as well. And this is a brand new concept in a whiskey tasting glass. It's called the Neat glass. I'll bring it so close to the camera so you can see. So it's a hand-blown crystal glass, sturdy, almost looks like a vase, like you could put like a little bouquet of flowers in it or something like that. And Neat stands for Naturally Engineered Aroma Technology. So, like a Glencairn glass, it's got an area where the aromas concentrate. And the idea is with this kind of lip at the side, this angled lip, the ethanol, the alcohol, actually kind of disperses from there. So I've wanted to review this glass. It's available in the UK or online now. They're about $15. And first things first, I'd say the actual design, it's pleasant to hold, so it feels sturdy. It's a good shape for your hand, well, for my hand anyway. So it fits nicely, it feels solid, so the actual glass feels like it won't break. Sometimes with Glencairn glasses, especially the stemmed ones, it's really thin glass, so I am always really wary of whether the glass is going to break. Water sits in the bottom nicely, or the whiskey, sorry, sits in the bottom nicely, or whatever you're drinking from it. Almost like a tumbler. I know a lot of people are used to drinking whiskey from tumblers, especially in bars or pubs. Not a lot of places have Glencairn glasses unless you go to kind of a whiskey bar that has enough, because they just break so easily on bars. So yeah, I mean, kind of design-wise, I think it's superb. I think it's new, it's fresh. As I say, it's sturdy. Sits nicely, looks unique as well. I think design-wise it's fantastic. You can hold it with a lip if you want to. That feels sturdy because it's got that kind of almost grip. But any barman out there, do not serve people drinks while holding a lip. Just really unhygienic. So yeah, nice design. Now obviously it's designed for drinking whiskey from and nosing whiskey. So as I say, it's designed so all the sweet spots of the nose you'll pick up kind of in here, and it concentrates the aromas here, and the actual alcohol disperses. So I think without further ado, let's get to the nose of the whiskey. The whiskey I've chosen to review today with the glass is the special edition Singleton of Dufftown, or Dufftown as people sometimes say. Now Dufftown is a Speyside distillery. Very famous. It's a huge supermarket brand, so something like the Singleton 12 or the Singleton. They've got two new ones out, the Tailfire and the Sunray, and I've also recently seen the Spey Cascade. They also have a 12, 15 and 18 age specification. This is their 28-year-old special release from 2013. First time they've done a age of this particular age, so it's the oldest Singleton of Dufftown they've released from the actual distillery themselves, I believe. Distilled in 1985, bottled in 2013. There was only 3,816 bottles. It's also cask strength, 52.3%, slightly tinted green glass as well. Now, most of Singleton of Dufftown goes straight into the Johnny Walker blends, so it is kind of predominantly a blended malt. Colour-wise, just a nice gold. It's matured in a mix of ex-sherry and ex-bourbon barrel, so you got a little bit of a mix there. And when it was first released, it was £235 a bottle. You know what? I'm going to pour the last of that out because I don't want to leave anything in there. There we go. Last little bit. It's quite a lot of whiskey, considering its cask strength, but I will be sharing this afterwards. So, let's get to the nose with the neat glass. So, I'm looking to pick up more kind of complexity rather than alcohol and ethanol. So, what I noticed straight away is that the smell you get, it's not quite as full on as from a normal Glencairn. Now obviously I have drank this whiskey from a Glencairn in the past. It's not quite as hot in a good way. It's more you definitely get more of the complexity from this glass. So they're kind of almost like the lighter notes and the higher notes. It's also quite nice to nose from. With a Glencairn, it's like obviously quite a small space, but this is kind of you almost shove your face in it. So yeah, in terms of notes wise, in terms of actually how the glass noses, you do get, it's that the lighter notes you can pick up, which I think sometimes you could miss on other glassware. Okay, notes on the whiskey itself. I'm getting burnt creme caramel, apples, cloves, kind of very, very typical Speyside in all honesty. So kind of spiced apple crumble. So that kind of slight vanilla edge as well. And I'm also getting like a kind of a peach Melba. But in terms of the glass, going back to the glass, because this is a review of the glass as well, it noses well, and you genuinely do get less alcohol, and you get more of that, more lighter notes. So it's very interesting to note. Right, so let's have a little taste. Let's see how the glass actually drinks itself. So, okay. Drinking wise, it drinks very nice. Obviously, it kind of slides quite fast down the actual lip, flows in a nice amount into the mouth as well. Taste wise, on the whiskey, I'm getting kind of slight dried fruit note. There's that kind of sweet oaky vanilla, a little bit of toffee, a little bit of spice. Let's have another taste for the glass. The glass itself, it's quite different to drinking out of a standard glass or a tumbler or Glencairn, because it has got this kind of angled attack. So I think it definitely will take some getting used to of actually how it kind of flows into your mouth. It comes out quite fast, and you have to kind of, obviously it's quite full when it gets lower. I can imagine having to kind of tip it back quite far with your hand. So it's different. It doesn't drink like a usual glass, but in terms of the taste, obviously the whiskey is very similar. A little bit of kind of apple tart tan, a little bit of cinnamon. And the finish is slightly dry. kind of like a spicy oak, clove, pepper, and kind of toasted apples. Glass-wise, I really like the glass. I'd say it's about $15 online at the moment, and it should be obviously launching in the UK very shortly. So you might see it on kind of whiskey shop shelves soon in all your kind of whiskey retailers and online. I like the design. I think the design's fantastic. I like the sturdy feeling of it. Doesn't feel like something you can easily break. It's smart, it's sexy, and yeah, I like it. I think that it's interesting about the nose, how it brings out those kind of lighter notes. With the whiskey, the Singleton of Dufftown release, for a 28-year-old, 235 quid whiskey. Personally, I don't think it's particularly good value for money from the taste. It's a 7 out of 10. It's a pleasant whiskey. There's nothing wrong with it. But for the money and for the age, I think you could get something a lot more interesting. But that is my personal opinion. Obviously, you're paying the money for the age, paying the money for that rarity. You know, only 3,816 bottles. So yeah, Dufftown, 28-year-old. Glass-wise, I can't really score the glass. I think it's a fantastic design, and I wish them all the best in the future. Yeah, let me know. Have you tried the neat glass? Have you seen it about? Give me a shout in the comments or on Facebook and Twitter. So, thanks for watching my super special treat Saturday video, and I will see you on Wednesday, guys. Ta-ta, bye-bye.